Should you marry somebody that you're not attracted to? I was married to somebody for 12 years. After I had our second child, he admitted to me that he was not attracted to me.
What's up, family? It's your girl, Samantha Lee. And y'all, we have a very interesting video today that I'm very, very excited about. Somebody just sent me this. And y'all, I've been talking about this forever, okay? We've been talking about why this matters, why we cannot ignore this thing. I'm gonna reveal what this is in a minute. But before I get into it, there's just a couple things I want you to remember. Number one, if you like the content that I'm putting out here into the universe, please hit the like button. It helps us get into the algorithm and it's free. So just, hit that like button. Number two, hit the subscribe button if you like the content that I'm putting out into the universe. I work very hard on this. And so it would mean a lot if you joined our Game Changer Nation. And if it resonates with you, just get updated. Okay. I post almost daily and I really don't want you to miss a thing. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Last but not least, well, there's two other things, but kind of like 1A, 1B. One thing is that I go live every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the exception of some weeks. But I go live every Wednesday night, and I would love for you to come with all Game Changer Nation that likes to come out on Wednesday nights, and we talk a bunch of different things, controversial, not controversial. We having these conversations, okay? So come join us. I would love to meet you. And also I have a free ebook that's a gift for me to you. It's called Finding Your Perfect Match, Avoiding the Wrong Women. And I would love for you to just click on that link and you'll be a part. You will not only get the book for free, but you'll also be a part of my very fast growing email list. And you're updated on all things Love Samantha Lee. Okay. So we've gotten through all of that. Let's get into the meat of the message. So guys, I got this video and y'all, it's something that I've been talking about for a minute, okay? But I think people, I think today's society, we got scarcity mindset. And so sometimes we try to look past things or overlook things. And some things we just can't overlook. We can't ignore, okay? And one of those things for me is attraction. I've talked to you guys about how I feel about being attracted to somebody. I feel like if God is going to send my man, I'm going to be attracted to that man. I just believe that. I've seen in the Bible over and over again how he created an attraction for someone to choose certain people. Okay. Like I think about Esther, and I love the story of Esther, where she was an orphan girl and the king ends up discarding his wife and starts doing like a beauty pageant. Ooh, beauty pageant. Not a booty pageant, a beauty pageant, trying to find the most beautiful woman in that area. And he ends up finding Queen Esther. And we know that God had purpose. God had a reason for that because she ends up being a key part in saving her people. We also know the story with Samson, where he created a unique attraction to Philistine women because he was created to be a thorn in the Philistine side. That's why he was created. So we see in multiple instances in the Bible that he created an attraction for a purpose. And so this young lady right here, she about to let us know what happened to her situation. And y'all, this is tough. Okay. So let's just get into it. So somebody sent me this, and y'all, I gave you a little interlude about how I feel about things. This young lady is about to tell us what happened in her situation when she got married. So let's get into it.
Should you marry somebody that you're not attracted to? I was married to somebody for 12 years. After I had our second child, he admitted to me that he was not attracted to me. And some weird...
Y'all, the hardest thing for women, that would be like the hardest thing for a woman to hear. For your spouse, I can only imagine hearing from your spouse after you've had their second child, they're not attracted to you. Now, y'all, we gain weight in this pregnancy process. Your girl gained 55 pounds with Sarai. So look, I know what it's like for your body to change. And you're sensitive, you know it. And then you know that you don't look the same as you did pre-pregnancy. And then the man you have a baby with is like, I'm not attracted to you. What? Woo, y'all, that's a lot. I mean, I applaud his honesty. That's a little tough. Let's keep going.
Weird, twisted way. I think he was trying to use it as like a redemption story, because he said he wasn't attracted to me when we were dating, engaged, or for the first couple years of our marriage, but he had prayed for God to make him more attracted to me, and God apparently had answered his prayers at this point. He said he married me and fell in love with me because of my heart, but not my looks. And I had no clue.
Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this with all due respect. I've said this a lot. I've told you guys. If you've been on any of my lives, you know that I say that men cannot run away from what they're attracted to. They just can't. I haven't met a man that can run away from. If he's attracted to something, that's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. It's gonna keep, because it's visually. He has to be attracted to you. I mean, that they just can't run away from their attraction. Now, they could be attracted to unique things, right? There's men that like big women, small women, tall women, this women, that women, this. There's a man that likes everything out there, okay? They like everything, every flavor, every size. They love it. So there's men that specifically love it, but they cannot run away from it. And so, in my opinion, I do not think men can overlook attraction. I think God gives you attraction. So for him to get into a relationship with her, knowing that he's not attracted to her, I don't understand that. I don't understand how you start, I like her as a person so much. God, give me a physical attraction to her. Maybe she's just meant to be your friend. I feel like God is, if God has a spouse for you, he's going to create an attraction to her. Like, maybe nobody else like her, but you do. There's something she do that it just gets you. Right? I've told you guys stories where there's men that I wasn't maybe physically the most attracted to them, but there was something about them that was like, ooh, okay, all right, that made me attracted. Something it made my body do what it's made my body react to them in a way, because there was something about them that was super attractive to me. So I don't necessarily think that all physical for women, right? But men, there's very few men, even the men that say that they attracted to the mind over everything else, they also need physical attraction. I don't buy that. There's some, I don't buy that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it, family. I just don't. Men have to be there's got to be a physical attraction component. Men cannot run away from that. As much, and I admire the fact that he wanted it to happen so bad that he prayed for him to have these feelings for her. I just want to know why. That's my, like, why did he feel like he couldn't be with anybody else? Did he feel like this was the only option? Was he just like, you're just such a good person and you'd be such a good mother? Let me ask God to feel this way about you. I just want to understand. Okay, so y'all, she did a part 2. So we going to get this off. I'm play the part 2. So she didn't even know he wasn't attracted to her, which to me, that's tough. I'm thinking that you think I'm fine. I'm thinking you attracted to me. Y'all, it makes me think of a story. I was in a relationship with a guy, and I remember he brought up, my thighs are thick, and he was saying my thighs are thick, and I guess he liked skinnier thighs, and I remember him saying something to me about it, and y'all, that messed with me for so long. I mean, literally messed with me for so long. I didn't have the mentality. Now it's like, they think if you don't like it, you ain't gotta just go a different direction. Like, I don't have the mentality I do now. But at that time, like, I literally, like, it hurt me so bad for someone that I had feelings for to make a comment like that. And it really wasn't anything I could do about it. I mean, I'm built the way I'm built. I got a thicker lower body. It's just how I'm built. And yeah, that was tough. That was really tough. And so I remember I can, like, feel how that felt. And I think overall he was attracted to me. It's just I don't have skinny legs. I have thicker legs. I don't have, y'all, if you've seen my social media, you've seen my legs. They're not like, I work out, but like I do, like I have thicker legs. And he said something, y'all, and it messed with me. Women we can't handle that. Like that's just we don't handle. I think at a certain point, a security level, you become more secure with yourself. You're okay with people not liking certain aspects of you. And I've gotten better with that. I'm like, okay, not everybody gonna like me. Not everybody gonna like, aspects of my body, my frame, my whatever. They're just not gonna like. It's okay. It's not for everybody. It's for the man I'm supposed to be with, and for him to like it. And I want him to love it. And that's that, but I think that it takes a while to get there. And I think with today's society, a lot of women try to make themselves everything men want them to be, like everything they think men want. They go to extreme lengths to become that, to feel more confident in their body. They want to become the ideal. We talk about BBL surgeries and all these different things that women do. And BBL, y'all, it's extremely dangerous. I mean, it's extremely dangerous. I remember researching, it's like they get, I think it's 1 in 3,000 that get the surgery will die of complications. And that's like a very low, that's a high mortality rate. Like it's not safe. They've outlawed it in different countries because it's so unsafe, but we still, we getting it done. We risking our lives to go get the surgery done, in order to become somebody's, like what we think is the ideal, or having the ideal frame or body. Anyway, so I say all of that to say, especially in today's social media culture, that would be a very hard thing for a woman to hear. Especially from her husband that she done had 2 kids with. So let's keep going.
It definitely broke me into 1,000 little pieces. I thought it was beautiful, and I still do. Yeah. But that definitely made me question my self-worth in ways that I didn't know was possible. He always had a problem with my weight, and that was something that I always tried to change for him specifically. When we got married, I was at my lowest weight ever because I had an eating disorder and was starving myself. I then blamed my body for the reason why my husband was not attracted to me. But after many years of therapy, I realized my body was not the problem. The man was the problem. I wanted to share my story because I keep seeing reels on Instagram where one partner is not attracted to the other partner, but they try to spin it into a positive story to tell you that love grows. But I believe if you are not attracted to your partner, you need to let them go. That was something that he could never take back. And
that's that's the part. I hear women all the time. They're like, oh, well, he's a nice guy. I'm just going to give him a chance. Or, oh, he's this, so I'm just going to. Or men men are obviously doing the same thing. I haven't heard as many men, putting aside their attraction to date someone. I really haven't heard that too much. But I don't think anybody should do that. I think God created you with a attraction, and there's somebody that meets that attraction. And I think that from my experience, what I have seen is that when men decide to run away from what they like, they end up running back to it because that's what they like. I've had situations, y'all, and I've told these stories before where men, maybe when they got married, they didn't have that level of access to the women that they desired. And then they started to build their platform. They had more access to women that they desire. It was incredibly challenging for them to remain faithful to the person that they married because they wanted this is, now that they got access, that's what they like, and they keep seeing what they like, and what they like is right there. And the person that they marry may not meet that 100%. They may not have certain qualities, whatever that is for that man. But I think that when men run away from that, it's damaging. I think when women run away from that, it's damaging. I hear women all the time like, oh, well, just date a good man. And I saw a woman, she recorded it where she walking with this guy where she was like, I'm now not going after the guys I want. I'm going after the guys that want me. And she recorded a man that she was with that I guess wanted her. And there was a quote there was a comment that says it looks like he pays all his bills. He looked like he paid all his bills. I was like, oh my gosh. My whole thing is this. I think that when you end up being with a guy that you're not attracted to, that wants you, but you don't want him, what if the guy that you do want starts coming after you? That's going to be very hard for you to put that aside to stay with the guy that's been rocking with you. I've seen that a million times too, where women be like, oh, I'm with him. And they cheating on him with the guys that they prefer, the guys that they're attracted to. It doesn't work. I don't think that works. I think that we settle. I think we have taught scarcity mentality. I think that sometimes we don't have enough faith to wait on God, that God knows ultimately what is best. I know what logic says. I know what time says. I know what your age says. I know all of that. But I think that if God created you and he knows what you're attracted to, he's going to send you a partner that meets all your needs and that you're attracted to. And here's the thing, they ain't got to be your type. I don't think you got to stick with your type. I think that there's a certain level of saying, like, they may not be my type, but I know that they fine. Like I may arguably have a type. My friends may say I got a type. But I can see a man and be like, oh, he fine. He may not be what I normally date, but he fine. Or guys, the same with you. There might be women that you normally would date, but you can see a woman and say, she's not my type, but she a good looking woman. I think that regardless, you would be attracted to them. I'm not saying they will be your type. That's why I'm bringing that up. But I am saying that you would have an attraction to them. There's something about them that's like, oh, okay. All right. But I again, they're probably not going to be your type. I don't think they're going to be your type. I think they're going to be somebody you definitely attracted to. Okay. So anyway, let's hear the rest of her story, because I wonder if they say, it doesn't sound like they stayed married, but let's hear what happened next.
And then I would never forget. I ended up losing weight after all when I left that marriage. Please do not say.
Well, she left the marriage. Woo! Answered the question. Because y'all, this is not the recipe for success. You've got to be attracted to your partner. I don't see how that would work. I don't see how that would work. I don't. Because I want a man, like women want to be desired. We desire to be desired. I want a man to desire me. I want him to be chasing me around. That's what I want. Y'all, you know I be playing, but I'm serious. Don't you want a woman to desire you so much that she chasing you around the house? She wondering when you coming home because she wants you that bad. Like, that's what you want. That's what we want. We want to be desired. Yeah. So anyway, she ended up leaving the marriage, which I can understand that. If you feel like your partner don't want you, that's very hard to overcome. And he been praying from day one to get attracted to you, which is wild. I want to know more. Okay. Yeah.
For a partner like this, you deserve better, and there's somebody out there who thinks you are the hottest thing in the world.
And you know what? And it said, I saw I think there was the caption. She had moved on. She had found a man that thought she was the hottest thing in the world. So she ended up finding the guy that desired her the way she wants to be desired, genuinely. But I think, guys, I know what our society is telling us, and I think it's very damaging because it's making us feel like, oh, we just got to settle with someone. And we end up lying to ourselves on some level, or trying to delude ourselves into, oh, okay, well, they're a good person, so and they want to marry me, or they want a relationship, so I'm just going to be with them. even though they're not ultimately what I desire. They're not ultimately what I'm attracted to. I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, if I don't believe that the God of the universe created you with an attraction to where you got to marry somebody you just not attracted to at all. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I've mentioned stories in the Bible, and there's more, where they're clearly attracted to the person that they ended up marrying. I mean, even Adam and Eve. I mean, weren't they the most beautiful people? They were like the ideal forms of each other. Like, I'm just saying, like, we can't, I don't know. Even when you see these dating shows where they're like, oh, if a guy sees the girl and he not attracted to her, that's it. If he not attracted to her, that's it. A woman, we can work around it. Some women. There's some women that are like, no, I can't work around it. But there's some women we gotta find, there's gotta be something attractive about you. Something attractive about you. It doesn't have to be just physical. I am somebody that likes physical. Like, I want the physical. But I can, as I've stated before, I can find like certain things that I think are really attractive. And, I got to be attracted to you. Regardless of who you are watching this. You got to be attracted to the person. I really believe that matters. I really, really do. Don't buy into the scarcity mindset. You just like, oh, I got to settle with somebody so that he want me, so I'm going to get with him. Like, or she want me, so I'm going to get with her. Like, no, like, wait on God. Have some faith. Don't have scarcity mindset. If it's not them, it's going to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, well, y'all, that's my thing for today. Let me know in the comments what you think below. I want to hear from you. If you have any questions or anything you want me to answer on these videos, I would love for you to submit it. Go ahead and email me, teamlovesamanthalee@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you guys, and I can take the time. I obviously will keep your name anonymous, but I can answer your questions right here live. Okay. I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become family, okay? Friends that are family, okay? Join my family today.